Is getting a job the biggest mistake that you are going to make in the near future? I'm saying this after having quit my job in 2017, and since then I've been my own freelancer, my own consultant, and a business owner. On that journey, I've learned a lot of really big lessons that I think will help anyone who is potentially in a job right now and you may be thinking about quitting, or you're thinking, should I even go get a job, knowing that I ultimately want to be a freelancer or consultant or business owner. I want to do my own thing. So I'm going to share some realizations and lessons that I've had over this journey that I think are really going to help you if you're in that position. Just going into any job that's available, that's something I think you should really be cautious of, because when it comes to being a business owner or an entrepreneur or doing your own thing, you realize how many skills there are necessary to actually succeed at this. Let's say, for example, like I was a programmer, but you don't realize until you start doing your own thing, you need a lot more than just that one skill. You need to learn sales, marketing, a little bit of design even. It's a whole bunch of skills that you need to stack. And if you just take any job that comes your way, that I feel is when you end up in the situations of like, you really don't want to be there. You're like, why am I here? Like, when is this ever going to end? You're just not happy pretty much. But again, given the current economic climate, that this might be a little bit controversial, but if you can almost like actively choose which job you are applying for and going to get based on the skills that you know you need to develop to succeed in your own thing, that's like amazing. That's like a dream come true. For learn from other people who are more experienced in that position. They're potentially mentoring you in the business. You get to see how they operate. You're getting to see how that position, that skill fits into the grander scheme of the business. And I think that's a really massive benefit of a business. I mean, being in a job that a lot of people don't really think about. And I think that happens when you go into a job just for the sake of going into a job, or you just really need it. And I know, again, my heart does go out to people who are struggling and maybe they got multiple jobs. But if there is some way that you can consciously pick up skills that you know you're going to need if you have to do your own thing while being in a job, that is amazing. Whether even if it's just talking to other departments, trying to spend more time with the sales team or the marketing team, that can be an amazing opportunity. And that's exactly what I tried to do when I worked as a software engineer. I tried to get out of just the circles of the coders. I try to speak to the marketing team. I try to see what the designers are doing. I even did some small projects with the HR team. So I really tried to make a conscious effort of seeing what other departments are doing and what skills they need and how it fits into the grand scheme of things. One thing I didn't quite realize when I started to do my own thing is that it's stressful. Because if you work in a position, for example, if you work for a company, you're focused on just one piece of the puzzle. But if you start your own business as a freelancer or consultant, you are a mini business. You have to now do all of those cogs yourself. Previously, it was multiple departments and multiple people. Now it's just you. And that's very stressful because unfortunately, when a lot of people start, that also reflects in regards to income stability. Your income could go up and down. And now you're not just worried about doing a good job on that specific skill or your product delivery. You're also just worried about paying your bills. You're worried about potentially getting more clients. None of these things stop. You have to keep doing them all the time. And that's something I really realize and appreciate about having a job now, in that, like I say, I wanted to maybe get better at sales or marketing, and I went to try find a position. My mindset being there would be so different now because you're literally getting paid to learn that skill you know is going to massively benefit you if you have to go do your own thing. And you're getting to do that thing without the concern of, okay, I have to get clients as well. I have to pay the bills. Where's my money coming in from the next month? No, you can literally just not say chill and relax, but you can just focus on that one thing, knowing that you're going to get that money in, and you can just focus on improving that skill as much as you can. So I honestly think if you say have a job in sales for just 4 to 6 months, you could get so much better being in a position doing sales for 4 to 6 months versus doing sales for yourself for 2 years, just based on the volume and how much focus you can give to that one specific skill. So that is really a blessing in my opinion. Again, is if you can get into a job or position that teaching you firstly the skills that you know are going to benefit you in your own thing, and you're getting paid and you have that financial stability, that is an amazing opportunity. I think it's very obvious if I say that having mentors, reading books, and continuously learning is an extremely important part of being successful in your personal growth and your business growth. And I've spent many thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours on learning to improve my own skills. Continuously improving your skills and growing yourself as a person is one of the most important things I believe you can do when you are starting to run your own business or become an entrepreneur. Adding on from all the things we just spoke about in regards to, if you can pick a position that is teaching you the skills that you need. Secondly, that you have that income stability that lets you just focus. Thirdly, what I would have done differently if I had to go back to a job now, or if I'm just starting over, is consciously thinking, again, if you can, saving money every month to put specifically towards your self-development and your growth. Even if it's a tiny percentage of your check every month, whether it means you have to maybe not eat out dinner once or twice that week, if you can cut back somewhere and save a percentage of your income to put specifically towards buying courses, getting a mentor, that's something I would 100% recommend anyone should do if they are in a job right now and they are potentially thinking about doing their own thing. And this is something that came up a few times with a friend of mine, in that he came back to South Africa to get a job, and he was saying to me over text, he was saying like, I really want to come meet up with you guys where you're traveling. I don't like being in this job. But I was like, you don't realize how much of like an advantage position you're in that you're making enough that you can save every month. You have that stability. Just put some of that money aside to put towards coaches, courses, mentors, and do that after hours. And honestly, that is what I think anyone should do if they're in a job right now and they know they want to become a freelancer or consultant, is already start putting money aside, start learning and building those skills you need after hours. Yes, it might be tiring, it might be tricky, but that is actually a blessing of a job if you know that is the position and the direction you want to go in the long run of having your own thing. And talking about coaches, mentors, and buying courses, there are some big mistakes you need to watch out for if you are going to go down that route. I made another video that you should check out, and it's going to save you a lot of frustration and a lot of time when honestly you might have potentially jumped out of the journey along at some point. So really go check out that video, because it could actually save your whole entrepreneurial journey.